Awakening with Brahmakumaris. Welcome to Awakening with Brahmakumaris. Our today's topic is Happiness Unlimited. Welcome, Sister Shivani.
Thank you so much. Om Shanti.
Sister Shivani, last time I was requesting you that honestly I wanted to fill myself full of love so that I can give love to people which I haven't been able to give from so many years, all my life, and make other people also happy, myself happy, my surroundings happy. So what is the first step I do? As you told us that you have to fill yourself with love in order to give the others. How can I do it?
First and foremost, let's understand that whether it's peace, whether it's love, whether it's happiness, they're not really independent. If I'm peaceful, that means I'm stable, that means I'm happy, and that means I accept people as they are, and that means I love them.
If you're stable?
See, if I'm peaceful, suppose I see you doing something which I feel is not right, but I'm still peaceful. It doesn't disturb me. It doesn't.
But the moment you say, which I feel is not right, that means you're disturbed.
Yeah, but one is to see it as a detached observer that this is not right. Let's say I see you picking up a stick and hitting something over here.
Tick, 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 like that.
Yeah. Now one is, earlier it would get me irritated. You know, some people have that habit sitting with the ball pen.
Yeah, tip, 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 yeah.
Or then just cracking their knuckles like this.
Or shuffling something in a plastic bag and eating something out of it.
And these are small things, but it applies to small things and big things. These things sometimes can become the cause of irritation for me. But what irritates is not the ball pen, it's not the noise of the cracking of the knuckles, but the thought that I have about the act. And according to me, it's pretty rude to sit and play with the ball pen. This is my perception. If then I get irritated with you because you're doing that act, which according to me is not right, even though you're having a good time.
See, if you have any act in your mind, which is according to you, is right or wrong, that means still that act disturbs you, so you're disturbed somewhere, aren't you?
No. One is when you're hearing that ball pen going tick, click, click, tick, you start creating these thoughts. Why are they doing this? Don't they know this is not the way to be? This is quite impolite. I'm talking and they're playing with the ball pen. It is these thoughts which create the irritation. And I reject you for what you're doing. And the other thing is that the ball pen is still going like this, but it's not creating a series of thoughts in my mind because I've created one thought. They have a choice what they want to do. It pulls a full stop to the rest of the thoughts. Now, because if I'm able to create this thought, they have a choice. I may not be comfortable with what they're doing, but they are comfortable with what they're doing. And I respect their choice. Now there's no disturbance. There can be only two kinds of energy which goes from me to you, either rejection or acceptance. Normally, when we don't accept the act, we don't accept the person doing the act.
Okay, this is the meaning of sin and sinner.
You know,
Okay.
we used to read all this. It's the sin. Punish the sin, not the sinner.
Okay.
I mean, the problem is with the act.
Not with the person.
With the person. But for me, the problem becomes you are wrong. You are bad. You are so and so. So that means I reject. And when I reject, there is a disturbance here. And at that moment, there's no love. At that moment, there's rejection. Acceptance is love. And if I'm not accepting you as you are, then I'm rejecting you. We claim to each other at home, I love you. The parents say, I always love my child. And they think they always love their child. But at those particular moments, when they're rejecting their child, it's not love at that time. So love means I love you as you are.
Accept you
as you are. Respect you.
as you are.
Not I respect you, but do this, do this, do this, do this, do this. Change this, change this, change this.
I love you, but
there cannot be a but.
I love you.
So this is what is, how can I be always loveful? It will automatically happen when I'm always stable. When is the time that I will experience that I'm not as loveful as I want to be? When I'm being very judgmental. That's the first time it stops the energy. Judgmental about people. We just need to check the whole day. And
Why
this is a
does
little
one
practice.
judge people?
I don't know, we have to ask ourselves. Again, it's a subtle way of trying to control people.
Don't you think when you see something very awkward in somebody, or say, oh, I think that this guy is a little arrogant, or he looks like an angry man, don't you think we ourselves have that quality which we identify in that person?
Either we have, or if we don't have, we'll have it very soon. Because I'm churning only on that particular quality or weakness, whatever. The more I see, it's information creates thoughts, creates personalities. So if I feed myself with the information of the weaknesses of others, I'm only creating those quality thoughts. So will be my feeling, so will be my action, so will become my sanskar. At the Brahmakumaris, there's a very beautiful attention that we are taught to keep. Every time you meet someone, just look at their specialities.
He must be having at least one good point,
Everyone has
one
lots.
speciality.
Everyone has lots of them. Lots of them. It's just our perspective that attention always goes towards weaknesses. And yet, normally, if we don't keep attention, even if somebody has one weakness, we tend to look only at that, churn only about that, think only about that, and then behave in that manner.
Supposing you see in your neighbor, whenever you meet him, he is scolding either his staff or brother or sister or wife. He is always in anger, okay? Now, how do I go and find his good quality or something special in him which is good?
Would he have a good quality?
As you said, that everybody has at least one, no?
Everyone has. It's
Then-
not about what I say. What do you think? You've met so many people in your lifetime.
In my experience, I have experienced that every person on earth has got good qualities and some skill, and that skill which he is good in, I'm not. He is better than me, at least in one skill.
A skill and a quality. A skill is something that I do. Cooking, acting, everything outside is a skill. Driving, operating a computer. These are all skills. Carpenter, plumber, skills. These are not qualities, these are skills. This is obviously everyone's going to be different depending on the kind of skills they have acquired, and they're working accordingly. Qualities. What are the qualities of that person? That I need to catch. But if I focus on the weakness, I'll be thinking about the weakness. And as I'm thinking about it, it creates an impression. And then after some time, it's no longer your weakness. It's my weakness because I've got it printed here.
If I keep on thinking about the neighbor who's all the time shouting, I become like him?
Yes.
Don't tell me.
I'm churning on anger. If I constantly, every time I meet him, I'm creating the thoughts of anger. And yet at the same time, if I look at another aspect of his and I look at his quality and I say, let's say I said to you yesterday, you have tremendous determination power. Now, that's a quality which I don't find in myself. So now I've been watching and looking and observing and learning that one quality of determination. So why look at anything else when there's something so beautiful to look at?
Okay.
So everyone has qualities. But we would rather waste our time looking at weaknesses. Somewhere it makes us feel better.
Somebody is so humble and sweet and is always smiling. What a beautiful quality that is.
Yes. So now I can just look at that individual who is the personification of humility, and I say, here is a being who's able to be humble irrespective of whatever is happening around. that means even I have the power to do the same.
I can do that also. That's why I started in the beginning of the episode, and yesterday also I told you that I want to acquire, or maybe it is already there, I want to find my own quality of love with me.
Love. So the first thing that to find love is to stop judging people.
Oh.
See, I can't love someone whose weaknesses I'm looking at.
When you judge people, you always do look at the weaknesses, or it's just...
Judgmental, no? You're being very judgmental. And somewhere I think we learn it from the media. You know, it's very interesting when you're sitting and watching a movie or a television serial or a cricket match, and we're just openly passing our judgments about what we're watching on the screen. They shouldn't be wearing this, they should be wearing this, they shouldn't have been saying it like this, he shouldn't have played like this, he should be sitting like this. Trying to control that one across the screen. And then, once I create that sanskar of being judgmental about the actor who's on the screen, I then carry that sanskar out into my drama. And then you can just watch the whole day with people. I might not be saying it to them, but it's on my mind. He shouldn't be eating like this, he shouldn't be walking like this, he shouldn't be moving like this.
What is he
could
wearing?
Have done like this.
Is this a place to wear this kind of thing? It's a funeral, and look at the color what he's wearing. It is such a great big party, and he's wearing jeans. He's wearing glares in the evening. So many things. All
Just
this is...
watch one day. It's a very interesting game. How judgmental we can be, and we're creating thoughts which are not in our control. They're not going to change, but we are creating energy of rejection, and my parameter of love is going down.
I should do this when I'm at home.
Yeah, see, spirituality is a game. It's fun. Set a target the whole day today. I will accept everyone as they are. Then start the game. Now if I start my day with the morning meditation, today I accept everyone as they are. Now start the day. Those old sanskars will pop up, but there is the new belief system, the new operating system, which will send a signal, accept everyone as they are, and immediately I'll say, okay, full stop. Full stop.
I like the word game. Like we play with children. We say, okay, let's see, we'll throw this ball, it should not fall down. This can be such a nice game played with a child, Suresh Oberoi, within me, and I'm not going to be judgmental today at all.
This is very subtle checking, and it has to be...
It's nice when you keep it as a game.
Yeah, but try and keep it throughout the day. And for that we do a simple technique. After every 1 hour, pause for 1 minute, just to remind what was the game today. You know, like fasting. If I decide that today is Tuesday and I'm fasting today, but somewhere during the day if I forget that I'm fasting today, then I'm just eating what everyone around me is eating, and I say, oh, I was supposed to be fasting today. So because deep-rooted sanskars, very, very deep, if I don't remind myself constantly, the whole day will pass, and in the night I will remember, oh, today I was supposed to accept everyone as they were. So a gentle reminder.
It can be on your phone every 1 hour.
Yes, every 1 hour. Just a little beep to remind. Sit back, 1 minute, relax, and create a thought. I am a loveful being, and so is everyone else, and I accept them as they are.
This can be little 1 minute meditation.
1 minute
or maybe 30 seconds after every hour. And supposing we are out of the house for say 14 hours max, even out of 14 hours, what are we giving ourselves? 7 minutes? 14 minutes?
Nothing at all, isn't it? But this 1 minute has a deep impact on the entire hour. And if there is a chance of forgetting, in the meantime, it's that next 1 minute. And there's the reminder. Now, many people would say, if we accept people as they are, does that mean they're going to do what they want? Does that mean I say nothing to my child?
What about the discipline?
What about the discipline? So this is understanding. Accept people as they are means till this moment, what you are doing, how you are behaving, your responses, your reactions, I accept them as they are, means I send you energy of empowerment. not judgmental. No disturbance here.
Can you explain the meaning of sending you energy of empowerment?
I can send only two energies, either positive or negative, which means either acceptance or rejection. If I'm creating a thought here inside, why are they like this? Why are they talking like this? Why are they behaving like this? Don't they understand this is not the way to be? How much to tell them? They just will never be able to. This is the conversation.
I don't send that. It happens to me.
No, I create it.
No, sometimes I find when I'm praying, my cook shouting and with somebody else and loudly he's doing, and he's not even switching on the exhaust fan, and I can hear the cooking and the smell of all that thing, of the onions they cook for themselves. I don't send them, it happens.
I create.
I used to think that he's doing all this nonsense, so it's happening.
Yeah, that's what we saw on
He's
this
disturbing me while I'm praying.
No, I'm getting disturbed by what he's doing. And then really my prayer is of not too much use at that time. Because prayer was meant to be very pure, positive, elevated thoughts. So I'm not really praying at that time. So he's doing what he has to do. If I'm not comfortable, I will just get up and pass an instruction, a request. But I do not use his act to irritate myself.
So where does the acceptance come here when I'm praying and they are doing all that?
I do not get irritated. See, the checking is here. The checking is not here. The checking is here. We keep on getting irritated. Why are they doing this? Don't they understand I am praying? Do they have to make so much noise?
But he knows that I do it every day, and every day I have to inform him. Every day, don't do it. Every day. Every day they know that.
The focus is not on them. The focus is on myself. If every day they are doing it, every day I can say a sentence rather than creating 100 thoughts here and then sending that energy.
You know what I used to feel, that I have given you a list of hardly 3-4 things. Early morning do this, then the tea, then I go to pray, and then people should be silent at least for that half an hour. I've been reminding 1 day, 2 days. If somebody is new, it's okay. But even the old stuff, they forget. So I get irritated.
I create the irritation.
So now tell me where this acceptance of yours comes, because everybody says, if I am accepting, so let the kitchen guys do what they want, let the driver come late, let everything happen.
No, just don't let their act disturb you here. That is acceptance. And without getting disturbed, we say, please do it this way. And we can say that every day. It's not very easy for people to change sanskars. We understand that now.
Okay, when I can't change.
What happens, like you said, he's not changing. He's not changing, but we are changing. We're getting irritated. So who's more powerful? We couldn't change him, but he could change us. So let's retain first our protection. Just try. Tomorrow again it will happen. Again you'll sit to pray, to meditate, and there will be noise. Just one thought. This does not create the disturbance. I have a choice. And then send out a message. Request you to please stop doing this for the next half an hour. There's a lot of difference.
So you were talking about the acceptance and the people.
When I don't create the disturbance, I have accepted them. When I have accepted them, I've sent positive energy. This positive energy, and then the word, or the sentence, or the request, or the order, or the instruction, whatever your role may be, or the discipline, whatever word we want to call it. But first, the acceptance energy, and then the instruction, the work will be done.
Tell me one thing in your language. Can I say, okay, here's a soul who's doing the role of a cook, and here's a soul who's playing the role of a cleaner in the house. Both are talking. I've been telling them every time. Fine. What is my role? My role is to accept, keep quiet, just tell them, come back.
That's all.
Instead of getting my thing disturbed. And earlier, long time back, I used to just leave my prayers and get up, get angry, come back, and I couldn't pray again.
Because the mind has just got disturbed.
Then I couldn't do anything.
That's all. So this is that little attention. And it's not only with the cook, the tribe, or the children. My spouse.
Oh, she speaks on phone when so phone rings 2 or 3 times when I'm in my meditation.
The whole day also, if you watch. Be so judgmental. When I'm judging people, I am not loving people. This is definite.
Tell me, I'm sorry to interrupt. The 3 phone calls while I'm praying or meditating, my wife speaks. And the rest of the day, the 30 others. Why these 3 phone calls I remember, and the whole day, the 30 others, either I'm writing a letter, or I'm on computer, or I'm watching a TV, then it doesn't disturb me. Why these 3 are disturbing me?
Because I have asked her not to talk on the phone when I'm praying.
So
I expect that she should understand that I am
my
praying.
control.
Yes, my trying to.
I'm the boss. Meri baat nahi suni.
People should do things according to what I think is right. It's a very deep belief system. The world should go according to my teaching.
See how I'm realizing things.
It's a very deep belief system, and everybody lives with this belief system. People should do things the way I think they should be done. Remaining 27 calls you accept.
ठीक है.
But these 3 calls you reject. It's the acceptance and the rejection is in the mind. You know, there are people who have their houses very close to the airport, very close to the railway station. They have the noise the entire day, but they have good sleep. Why? Because they've accepted that they have chosen to live near the airport, and the noise of the flight is going to be a part of it. This acceptance lets them sleep well.
Lullaby.
See, again, it's very important. It's not the noise. It's my mind which rejects or accepts the noise, which creates the disturbance. I could get disturbed with one mobile phone, but that carrier flying over me doesn't disturb because I've accepted that.
Oh yes, just now when you say the phone call of my wife or the disturbance of the kitchen, there's so many other things which go on the street, the honking and people shouting and some hawker selling things. Why don't they disturb me?
Because you haven't ordered them not to do it, so you're not offended.
Shivani sister, you're opening my eyes, huh?
This is where you accepted that noise because you know that you cannot control the traffic on the road, but you can control your
life. The school bus, the hawkers, the honking, children fighting on the street, nothing happens, but one phone call or this kitchen thing.
Because I have ordered them not to do it and they are doing it. So it's that thought which is the disturbance, not the phone call and not the utensils. Tomorrow, accept the noise of the utensils, and that will be like your sound effects while you're praying.
I hope this realization here changes me. Is that the first step?
This is the first step, acceptance. And then it could be the acceptance of the noise of the phone, or it could be acceptance of the noise of the person, what they are saying. It's only a thought, whether to accept or to reject.
Will you teach me a small meditation on love and acceptance? Okay.
Let's watch ourselves today the entire day, moving through this journey of life, playing our roles with a number of other actors. Just watch gradually with each one in every scene. Accepting them as they are, for what they do, how they speak, and how they behave. No act and no word can now create disturbance on my mind. I accept them. They have a reason for what they are doing. The world, my family, is not in my control. I can only take charge of the way I think about them. Behaviors, temperaments, reactions, it's just their response. But I remain stable. And as I remain stable, energy of love and acceptance flows from me to them. Nothing and no one can touch the stability of my mind, because now I have taken charge. Look at that one particular thing which every day we thought, this irritates me. And now look at yourself in the same scene with a changed perspective. I accept them as they are. Om Shanti.